Hello, everybody. It's me and the repeating guy.
I'm here, people.
So we are here to talk about, well, actually, it's just me. He's an inanimate object. Don't come for me. All right. So I am here to talk about our girl, our most entertaining, riveting, exciting YouTuber, Amberlynn Reid, coming for me on Instagram yet again. I personally really enjoy when she trashes me and says negative things about me because it keeps things exciting. I feel like a girl of 2021 again. Amberlynn, may I suggest a rage stream about yours truly? Come on now, okay? Or may I suggest you just trashing me just a little bit more on Insta, because really, we need something to spice things up. Our girl has finally made everybody's dreams come true and come back to YouTube. I just wanted to say I'm really glad to see her back on YouTube. I missed her on YouTube, and it doesn't really matter for me whether she makes YouTube videos or not, because she's obviously causing massive drama on Insta. But good for her for coming back, for her fans, the people that really enjoyed Vlogmas. And all you do on Instagram is repeat yourself and in your videos, and it's like, stop coming from my brand. You know who repeats themselves here? Me and this guy.
I like to repeat.
Anyways, but you know, the video is just like the same idea that she does every January. But I wanted to say one thing about her new video. This is the only thing I think I take issue with. She literally goes around and says that everybody takes time off in January. I don't know what world you live in, but even the majority of YouTubers do not take time off in January. This is like if I said, well, everybody got a Kermit. Everybody doesn't have a Kermit. That's preposterous, okay? Everyone doesn't take time off in January. For example, did you see any drama channels or any like reaction channels take time off? Also, people with regular jobs outside of YouTube do not take time off in January. Girl, just say, I wanted to take time off in January, which then I would have respected you for that, because that's what really happened. You didn't want to post. You worked very hard, so you wanted to take some time off. Stop blaming it on other people. I noticed that she always, whenever she wants to get away with something, she's like, well, you know, other people do it too. I want to see how many people stopped uploading in January, okay? Other than like maybe a few YouTubers, everyone still goes to work in January, honey. So we're going to take a look at her, like Instagram raging and everything, her Instagram Q&A, what she's saying about yours truly yet again. Amberlynn, you're very riveting, you're very entertaining. Congratulations on being back on YouTube. If you could not tell already by my intro, everything I'm saying is just for entertainment purposes only. Please don't take anything I say seriously. I'm sharing my own opinions on public figures, not facts. Everything we're talking about is made public by Amberlynn first. I'm not going to hear anything secret here. I'm not comparing any of the situations that she's talking about to you guys. It's just about what she is saying. I would urge you to be kind in the comment section to the people that we talk about. Please don't go out of your way to these people's channels and leave them mean-spirited negative comments. Okay, so in order to actually understand what's going on here, it would really be a good idea if you guys have not watched this video that I did the first time Amber called me out just this past week. It's better to watch that video first because it will inform this video. Basically, to summarize, in that video, Amberlynn said she doesn't watch me. She has no idea what I'm doing, of course, because she hasn't watched me since the live stream era. More redetermined. That wasn't true. Just keep that in mind, that she says that she has no idea what I'm doing and she basically doesn't watch me. Obviously, it's a blatant lie. Spoiler alert, because she watches all the reaction channels, but I digress. One of the things that was brought up before is that Amber tried to make the case that I was clickbaiting her cancer. One of the things that I go deeply in that other video that I highly advise you watch before watching this one is that I wasn't even in this community when she first got ill. I was making videos about totally different people, and I didn't talk about it for years when I got into this community, even though she continued to clickbait her own cancer. She had actually blamed her cancer diagnosis and the ability not to get help, right? That she was ill and that Becky didn't seem concerned, so she didn't seem concerned. She blamed it on Becky, and that's when I talked about it. I have extensively defended Amberlynn. I have always told my subscribers who have asked me, do you think she lied about having cancer? I always said no, because I believed Amberlynn, because even though, yes, she is a documented liar, I always believed her, and I still believe her. Becky confirmed that she was ill. Amber showed paperwork, and it's really like too much, in my opinion, to not believe somebody that they are ill. I always believed you, Amber. I believe you to this day that you were ill. Okay. What Amber wants people to believe on her Instagram stories is that I somehow told people that she was lying. That isn't whatever happened. Let's actually delve deeply into our girl calling me out. I love when our girl calls me out. It's one of my favorite pastimes. Okay, Karina never clickbaited your cancer. People here just like to create drama. Yes, she did. And Amberlynn shows a screenshot of a video that I did on 9/23/2022. And the title of that video says, Amberlynn Reid lying she has cancer in the title of her video. That is actually a matter of fact. Here is Amberlynn Reid's original video on this topic. It's called Thyroid Cancer. She basically highly implied she had thyroid cancer. She clickbaited cancer. She was then massively called out by her audience saying, this is really terrible that you are clickbaiting having thyroid cancer when you don't. Here's the screenshot still from her video that people called her out for clickbaiting cancer when she didn't have thyroid cancer. She immediately changed the title of the video to risk of having thyroid cancer. I'm just going to keep posting these two screenshots all throughout this segment that I'm talking about this so you could understand that she clickbaited having thyroid cancer. She never had it. She highly implied that she did. When she was called out, she immediately changed the title. The screenshots don't lie. She changed the title to risk of having thyroid cancer. If you take a look at my video that I did on this topic, I clearly titled my video Amberlynn Reid lies about having cancer in the title of her video. That is exactly what my video was about. That is exactly what I just explained she did. Amberlynn Reid did lie about having thyroid cancer in the title of her video. Amber, how did I clickbait that? My title was exactly what my video was about. It was a matter of fact. You clickbaited having thyroid cancer. You were called out by your audience, and then you changed the title of your video. Please explain to me why you lied to your audience and say that I clickbaited it when I never did. I don't clickbait. I will never admit to doing something that I don't. But here's something that you should know. Amberlynn Reid has a video where she clearly states that she will continue to clickbait. She tells people to get over it. And she says that she will continue to break YouTube's terms of service on clickbaiting, doing misleading titles and metadata and thumbnails. I don't do that. You've admitted to doing it, and you're saying you're going to do it again. My opinion on this situation is that Amberlynn wants her audience to believe that I didn't believe her when she was originally ill, and that's not what happened. I believed her then, and I believe you now, and I didn't even talk about it then, wasn't in the community. She wants to manipulate, in my opinion, her audience into thinking that I'm somehow like not believing her that she's ill. No, this was an isolated case when you told people you had thyroid cancer in the title of your thumbnail and in your, title of your video, but you actually didn't. So that's what that was about. It wasn't about the original time you got sick. And it's not like there's no precedent. She's done this before to Zachary Michael, reaction channel Zach. One time, Zach had made a video about Amberlynn, and Amberlynn had responded to that video. And while she was reacting to Zach's video, she edited Zach's video to make it seem like Zach was making a face about the way that she looked, which is not what happened. Zach was making a face as far as like the angles that Amberlynn was using, but Amber had edited the video in a way to make her audience think that shaming her for her looks, which is not what happened. She's done this before. She has tried to manipulate her audience that reaction channels were doing something that they were not. I just want you to understand this. She wants you to see people that discuss her public stuff. She's a public figure a certain way. I'm totally fine with people not caring for my content. I'm totally okay with people not liking my videos and giving valid, actual reasons that are happening in reality as to why they don't like it. This is not an example of that. What Amber is doing is trying to get you to believe something that never happened. I think it goes without saying, but I'll still say it. How did Amberlynn know that I made that video? How was she able to readily find it? It's because she watches everything I do. She watches everything that other reaction channels do. Remember in the beginning, I told you to keep in mind that Amberlynn says that she has not seen any of my videos, has not watched any of my videos at all since the live stream era. Amber, if you were able to so readily and easily find the fake proof that you wanted to prove to your audience that I did something that I didn't, you obviously know everything that I'm doing. How did you find that information if you don't know what I'm doing and you haven't watched my videos? It's because you have been watching. Jordy giggled when he caught himself nearly making a fat joke in his recent video but denies fat shaming. Shouldn't that word have a G at the end? I digress. I just wanted to say that Amberlynn has become obsessed with Jordy. He's all that she could talk about, him and Zach. And the thing is that I firmly believe that her obsession with Jordy stems from her trying to get him to her side, leaving Jordy voice notes, trying to become friends with Jordy, and Jordy refused to do this. She really tried to being like, oh, you remind me of my old friend that was like family to me.
I think I have a love-hate relationship relationship with you because you remind me of someone who used to be my best friend. You remind me of someone who was like literally family to me.
She's talking about Eric, in my opinion. And Jordy just saw that she was manipulating him, so he didn't want to be like her friend, and he didn't want to. She basically was looking for him to make positive videos about her only, right? And to get like. You know, Amber, the mistake that you made with Jordy, just for future references, so you don't make this mistake again, is this. When you've tried to get reaction channels to be on your side, you did it in private, so no one knew what you did. Well, I know what you're doing. But, you know, most people didn't know because you did it in private. So the thing that you did with Jordy is you went ahead and you did it so publicly that, of course, he was going to say no. So, you know, I guess Amberlynn lurking in the shadows yet again for the future. Anyway, so she keeps saying that Jordy is fat shaming her. I don't know if Jordy is fat shaming her because I just don't have the time to watch every single video. Some of you say that Jordy is supposedly making jokes. I don't know if he is or not. So again, I haven't had the time to watch all his videos. Someone sent me a clip of him saying that his fat jokes are just tongue-in-cheek jokes. No, honey, that's not how fat shaming works. It's also not how racism or homophobia or making fun of other disabilities or illnesses. You literally have made fun of so many people's disabilities and illnesses. For example, saying that Stevie Wonder is faking his blindness. Please explain to me how that was okay. And it doesn't matter that hundreds of people made a joke about it. It doesn't matter that people said this before publicly. Amber went on her platform and genuinely said that it was a fun thing to talk about how Stevie Wonder wasn't blind. And she really attacked a person's disability and said that he was faking it. Amber, the reason that people don't feel bad for you in these situations is because you treat other people badly. And I don't want to hear, oh, other people said that he wasn't blind either. So if other people do bad things, that's okay for Amber to do. It doesn't work that way. All Jay is doing is making excuses while he is probably offending hundreds of people watching him, but are too afraid to say anything because the community is toxic as F. The community that you created this community. It is thriving because of you, and it's based on your actions. My advice, Amber, if you don't like Jordy, stop watching him. And what she likes to do with all of these reaction channel dramas is this. Her favorite thing to do, please don't buy this. My opinion is this is not true. She always says, someone sent me a clip. Someone sent me a clip. Someone sent me a clip. You watch the reaction channels yourself. You look at their comment section, and you know everything that they're saying, honey. The excuse is just jokes is so harmful and outdated, doesn't fly when discriminating against others. Exactly. It's not a joke if it is at the expense of someone else. I'm glad that you think that, Amber. Why did you say that a blind man is faking his disability? I don't think it's right for people to judge you based on the way that you look, Amberlynn. I have always said people should defend people like that. And you know what? People should judge you on your character, not superficial stuff. It's wrong to make jokes about people's disabilities, about people's looks. I believe that. And I agree with Amber. If only, Amber, you didn't go on the internet in a live stream and say that you don't care that another creator, Narc Alert, had a heart attack. And if only you didn't say, I'm trying to find my sympathy bone. Ever wonder why she doesn't go live? Because she can't control who she is live, so she doesn't do it. That's why she does these recorded videos. Amber, this is just my advice, honey, from somebody that's been watching you for a very long time. My advice, don't treat other people's disabilities and don't treat other people badly, and then maybe they will be kind to you. Treat people how you want to be treated, Amber. Jordy makes the excuses that if he's so bad, then why does he have a large audience? Same can be said for you. I don't know if he said, did he say that? I don't know if he said that or not, but a lot of, this is not about Jordy, this is just a general statement. A lot of people have a large audience when people dislike them because people like to HATE watch on YouTube. So having a large audience doesn't necessarily mean that you're liked. Good point and no offense. FFG is horrible. What does this have to do with FFG? By the way, so now she's going to go on a rant against French Fry Girl. And let's not forget that Amberlynn went into French Fry Girl's live stream and said that she likes her personality. Really? You liked her personality when basically Foodie Booty was like Amber's fresh new enemy, and she ran to French Fry Girl and said that she likes her personality after French Fry Girl continuously criticized Foodie Beauty. Make it make sense. This is why people do not take seriously what you are saying, because here you're saying French Fry Girl is horrible. But you went into her live stream and said you like her personality. This is why people don't believe what you say. The thing she says about Chantal is wild, and people glamorize her for it. If you're the right people, you can say whatever you want. I personally believe that Foodie Beauty refuses to report French Fry Girl because she is afraid that once French Fry Girl's channel goes down or something happens, the 22,000 subscribers that follow, French Fry Girl. French Fry Girl, Foodie Booty always says negative things about French Fry Girl subscribers. Let me tell you something. That girl is very, very successful. She's making a lot of money, but even if she wasn't making money, she has like 5,000 people in her chat, live streams, okay? So anyways, I believe, my opinion, Foodie Beauty's afraid that those people are going to flag, Chantal's channel, Foodie Beauty's channel. That's why she doesn't take her down. So this has nothing to do, Amber, with being the right person and it being okay to criticize others. This has to do with Foodie Beauty too afraid of her audience. You say you get over 300 questions, but you still choose to answer the HATE, the majority of what I get. So here's the thing. I think that she is very carefully picking the questions about me, about reaction channels. Like, I really don't think that everyone wants to talk to her about me or Jordy or Zach. I think that she wants to put this out on her platform to scare us into not talking about her, to basically talk us out of like talking about her because she thinks her subscribers or followers are going to come after us. Listen, lady, I got Kermits. I don't care, okay? You pick the questions. You choose the questions on purpose to put out your narrative. And by the way, if you've been watching my videos, there is a question that she recently answered saying how she's going to want to be in control of the narrative and everybody would want to control their own narrative. The difference between everybody else is that most people don't have a narrative to control. You say that you do, you've admitted that, but all of us don't have any narratives. Now, I just want to show you something, okay? I want to show these two questions back to back to tell you that, sometimes reaction channels and drama commentary channels make a statement and people don't believe them, but everything that gets said here is from her own statements. Okay. Do you consider, I want to read these questions to you back to back so you see what I'm trying to say. Do you consider how much you spent on Christmas or takeout when talking about how expensive WLS for you? Yeah, she says she can't afford weight loss surgery, has no money, but spends money on frivolous crap. Yes, that's why budgeting is important. I make sure to budget everything. There's no way that this is true, and I could prove it to you. Look, how much do you spend on takeout monthly? I used to spend a lot, $2,500 to $3,000. By the way, when I had said that she was spending $3,000 on Uber Eats, some people said, oh, well, no, that's just what people calculated. No. I wouldn't say something as a matter of fact. Like, I tell you guys all the time, like, I share my opinions about the facts that she states about her life. No, she used to spend, and I don't believe anything she says. I think she continues to spend $3,000 on Uber Eats takeout a month. But with budgeting, I don't allow myself to spend any more than $800 on food a month now. Trust me, it can be hard. One Uber Eats can be $100 if you get it somewhere expensive. I tip well. Amberlynn, you are the constant entertainer. Say whatever you want about her, girl. But I love entertaining, riveting content by saying that you tip well. It's great to be a good tipper, but it's super awkward to like constantly, like she throws this out. You'll see like if I'm able to read the whole Q&A, I don't think so in this video, it's just too long, but what our girl loves to do is say, I'm a good tipper. I tip so much. The reason that I spend so much money is because I tip so much. I'm glad that you're a good tipper if you are physically able to leave a good tip. Waiters and waitresses and people in the service industry like that. And obviously delivery people definitely will appreciate it. And I'm happy that Amberlynn is a good tipper. Good for you, Amberlynn. But continuously throwing it out there as an excuse as to why, like, please stop, okay? You want to spend $3,000 on Uber Eats. Since it's your money, I don't care if you give it to a Kermit. I don't care if you find a bunch of Kermits and burn the money that matter. The idea is that you are saying that you are budgeting your money so well. So here's my point. Let's just finish this. And even cooking at home can be expensive. Like all ingredients for one meal can sometimes be $50. So yeah, food is pricey regardless. Okay, here's the point that I am trying to make. Right here, she says, I budget everything. But at the same time, you have no money for weight loss surgery. She has said during Vlogmas, she doesn't have any money for weight loss surgery. Here she is saying, I'm budgeting everything. I've always budgeted everything. And by the way, she is trying to say in her Q&A that she budgets everything even in the past. And I could prove this to you. She says that like all the gifts with her wifey during Vlogmas were budgeted. They budgeted it. She said it on her channel. Okay, that's where the proof is. She said it on her channel. So If you really, this is very simple. Either you budget or you don't. I don't believe that you budget. I think that whenever you get called out for not being able to afford weight loss surgery, for saying you have no money because you spend money on frivolous stuff, you immediately say, no, I'm a budgeter. Yeah, and I'm a Kermit, okay? You're not a budgeter. Anyone that spends $3,000 on Uber Eats then has to say 700 times that they tip well. Again, tipping is important, but I think she's using, I tip well, as an excuse as to why she has no money. Listen, either you have the money for weight loss surgery or you don't. You spend your money in other places because you see it fit to do so. It's her money. She can spend it, I want to make this clear, on whatever she wants. But the idea is that no, you do not budget. It's very simple. If she budgeted it, the money, she would have had at least half of the money for weight loss surgery. She said it's like 20-something thousand. Quite frankly, this woman just earned at the very least $12,000 for her Vlogmas. So yes, taxes and buying Feline 700 pairs of sneakers and buying herself 700 Legos. But the point is, the proof is in what you're saying. If you are saying that you don't have the money for weight loss surgery, you are not able to budget. You haven't, and you won't in the future. Mark my words, come back here in a year. Did she get the surgery? First of all, my opinion is she won't be approved. She was already denied before, but that's not even the point. She's not going to be able to come up with the money. She said before insurance was going to handle it, a part of it, they're not. The point of the story is, Amber, I know that you think that you can fool some of the people some of the times. You cannot fool all the people all the time. This is how it works. When you budget money, you have it. She's not budgeting S.H. Kermit, okay? She doesn't have a budget because she spends frivolously. So say that. I'm not going to judge you on that. Like, honestly, like I said, she wants to give it to, wherever she wants to give it to, it's her money. She earns it. Honey, just say you don't budget. You spend on what you want. That's why you don't have money for weight loss surgery. If you budgeted, you would have had it. Anyways, that's about it for today's video. I really genuinely hope that you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, check out this other video. Go leave it a like or a dislike. Be a friend. I really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much for spending some of your time with me. I wish our girl, Amberlynn Reid, all the best. Amberlynn, continue to come for me on Instagram. It's one of my favorite pastimes to respond to you. Girl. Somebody told me the other day that they really like how I say girl. I want to hear your best impressions of girl, but I can't really hear you in the comments, so I don't know. Maybe go post it on TikTok or whatever. Anyways, thank you so much for being here. I'll see you next time. Bye. Excuse me, hi, excuse me. Do you know Amberlynn Reid? You can't even face the situation. Excuse me, have you watched her videos? Do you love her? She's my favorite YouTuber. Is she your favorite YouTuber? Oh, you want to sniff me? Please focus on this interview. How are you going to find yourself on television otherwise? Do you know Amberlynn Reid? Excuse me. Please give us a quote for YouTube. Please give us a quote for YouTube. He can't even face the truth.